Something tells me that Project Zero Dawn doesn't work very well. Or maybe it works perfectly. We don't know what it entails. Nice. That's ominous.
The Eclipse. Tampering with the metal devil. They don't think they can wake it, do they?
Watch out!
Great.
Another coalition. And this one can move.
Oh, the platforms I'm on can be destroyed. Of course they can. I mean, it makes sense realistically, but I was not expecting that to be the case. Nice. Okay. So I cannot just hide up there and take pot shots at it. Understood. Because that was absolutely going to be my plan. But no, I'm not allowed to do that. Skip.
Another coalition. And this one can move.
Nah. I'll jump down. I'll jump down. Annoying.
Another coalition. And this one can move.
God, it's destroying everything that I'm using for cover. Trying to set it on fire. There we go. Ow. I don't know what I'm stuck on. Crap. Okay, do not get close to it. Understood. Aha! I need another health potion. Is there a way to destroy these missile launchers out of curiosity? Deathbringer. Grenade launcher? Okay, well that didn't work at all. Aha! There we go.
The soldiers long ago. They had to fight hundreds of those all at once.
Yep, those things are rough. Search the war room. Okay, is there anything not in the war room?
I can always use these.
Looks like they hit a good amount of health behind these stairs here. Gladly take those.
I'll find a use for you.
Oh, filled back up on health potions. That's cool. Lots of materials. Alright. Let's see what's inside. Biosphere degradation. August 2065 confidential. Chief findings. Despite increased tactical proficiency of elite and civilian guard units and many hard-won engagements in the Central European, Antarctic, and Pacific Reach theaters, the Faro plague's rate of advance has not slowed, nor has its biomass consumption rate. Damage to the biosphere has already exceeded 2038 levels by every measure and grows worse by the day. Extinction timeline projections remain unchanged, with OAC predicted for mid-November 2065, which is currently like 3 months? September, October, November? Nice. What's OAC? Annihilation of exposed human populations in February 2066, extinction of macrobiotic land organisms by the end of March 2066, and extinction of marine life in early 2068. What does OAC stand for? What is OAC? Not on approved credit, please. Or Oracle Analytics Cloud. Operational atmospheric collapse. That's what it stands for. Continued secrecy regarding Project Zero Dawn. The utter silence regarding its mechanisms of action and completion date make it impossible to predict Zero Dawn's impact or lack of impact on the extinction timeline. Atmospheric collapse. Atmospheric oxygen... Oh, they define it here. Atmospheric oxygen depletion and toxic emissions remain the greatest environmental threat to Operation Enduring Victory, as well as the wider civilian population and animal life. Operational atmospheric collapse is currently predicted for mid-November 2065, after which military personnel will require rebreathing apparatuses to operate in the open, and civilians will only be able to survive inside sealed structures. The requirements for air scrubbing and recycling in facilities is addressed in Addendum A linked to this report. Potable water shortages. Major water treatment facilities are already struggling to process water sources compromised by rainfall heavily contaminated by toxins emitted by the consumption of the Eastern Hemisphere. Following the necessary shutdown of all nano-scrubbing functionality, wastewater recycling is already beyond capacity. Military response escalation. Addenda linked to this document cover the short-term effects of scorched earth engagements in defense of the western seaboard and the ongoing effects of the Oceanic Economic Zone's use of nuclear weapons to delay the enemy's initial advance across the Pacific theater. Everything's going great. Everybody's having a great time. Things are looking up. I don't know if they would hide a second power cell inside here. Another hollow projector.
Forget about traveling light.
Secure comm.
Dr. Sobek, as projected, the Wichita salient has collapsed. 5 Horus-class Titans have broken through. We predict contact in 34 hours.
Everything is in position, General. It took a few shortcuts to pull everything together, but Zero Dawn is functionally complete. Good to go.
That enduring victory served its purpose after all.
Yes, if we'd had even one day less.
I've sent you an encoded file, Doctor. Please do me the favor of archiving it.
I'll see what I can do. What is it?
A brief statement. An allocution of crimes, I guess you'd call it.
To what are you admitting guilt?
Over the past 16 months, Doctor, I have presided over the greatest wholesale slaughter of military personnel and civilians in the history of history. Genghis Khan, Hitler, Stalin, Sorabella, add them all together. They don't even come close.
You didn't do the killing, General.
No, not directly. But I didn't wind up the highest-ranked military commander in the United States by resisting the automation of the armed forces. Even before the swarm, Doctor, I was helping death along. So, instead of letting what I've done sink into the murk, forgotten, I sent a file with all the details. Let posterity judge my actions with clear vision.
I'll do as you ask, General. But you should consider that were it not for your actions, our actions, there wouldn't be any posterity to judge us.
Perhaps. Dr. Sobek,
At ease, General. And goodbye.
hell of a thing.
Interesting that the general is... She says at ease. Does that mean that she's a higher rank than him? I mean, good on him for detailing his crimes, at least. I guess he's having difficulty. He doesn't want to live with the guilt and like hide it, I guess. Hello.
Thank you, Dr. Sobek. You can take a seat.
What? You're going to thank her after what she just said?
Dr. Sobek has made the situation very clear, General, and given us an option. We should all be thanking her.
Oh, it's just... I mean, my God.
Maybe take this discussion offline.
There's not going to be any discussion. You saw the numbers. Now, Faro, he'll foot the bill, but his money can't buy the time necessary to complete Zero Dawn. That can only be paid for in blood.
Oh, come on. If we upgrade our fleet, crack the code somehow...
Were you not listening? Robots can't do the fighting for you this time. When it comes to hacking, this rogue swarm is an apex predator. Anything automated you throw at it, they will hijack and take over.
But this... We'd be throwing civilians into a meat grinder.
Commanders, the enemy we're facing self-replicates faster than we can kill it. And it eats biomass as fuel. Zero Dawn is all we've got.
So we put a railgun in the hand of every civilian strong enough to carry one, show them where the trigger is, and point them to the front? How the hell do we sell that?
By giving them something to fight for. Zero Dawn. The top-secret super-weapons program that will save us. So long as humanity holds off the swarm long enough for Dr. Sobek and her team to finish it. The file I'm sending contains the war plan for Operation Enduring Victory.
War plan? This is a war crime.
It may be ugly, but it's something. Consider the alternative. Dr. Sobek, I've secured use of a decommissioned orbital launch base outside Bryce, Utah as the Zero Dawn staging area. Plenty of space there. When can you get started?
I've already mailed you a list of alpha and beta candidates. Most are foreign nationals or subjects of corporate holdings, so extracting them...
Leave that to me. You'll get your dream team. Count on it.
Then I'll be off.
A lot of pressure on her, though. All these people throwing away their lives just to buy her more time.
What is that? What did these people do? What did Elizabeth do? Glad to be rid of that place. Now I just need to find the orbital launch base they talked about.
I've checked my data and located the base. That's the good news.
And the bad?
It's directly underneath the Citadel. The palace at Sunfall.
The capital of the Shadow Carja. Not exactly convenient.
The palace is crawling with Eclipse agents. Many in positions of authority, all of them wearing focuses. The moment they see you, Hades will too. He'll issue another kill order, and this time, the entire Shadow Carja military will be after you.
So, disable their focuses. You've done it before.
It's not that simple. Too many focuses in one place, each of them communicating with each other and back to Hades, a whole network of them.
Network? What's that?
Imagine a vast, invisible web stretched across the land from end to end, connecting focuses together, allowing them to communicate over vast distances instantaneously.
All right, so is there some way to cut the web down?
Crash the network. Audacious. Yes, there is a way. A weak point in the network.
Point the way.
I'll send the location data to your focus. Head there, and I'll be in touch when you're close with more directions.
Nice.
So Dawn, what sort of super weapon did Elizabeth make? She stopped the machines. Not before the world she knew, her civilization, ended. Let's hope it won't come to that again.
I feel like I am in a precarious situation right now. And about ready to die. I may as well just die and find the correct way down this hill. Yeet! That took too long to die. I suppose I could just fast travel away. So there should be one more power cell at this orbital base that we're heading to. What else? Is this how I get down?
How am I gonna get down from here? Oh, this should be quite the ride.
This looks like fun. Whoa.
I'd do that again if it weren't so much work to get back up there.
That was pretty cool, gotta say. Okay. Yeah. So we're now going to Utah, I guess. I'm trying to imagine this being the United States now. But, that would mean Florida would be down here. And we're in Maine. And Utah somehow is way down there. If you say so. Alright, so we have to travel here. My hot water bottle is not really pressing against my stomach anymore. Like, it never was. And it's less hot now, so now it's not really doing a whole lot for me. I'm not even going to pretend to understand what that says. I'm afraid. But hi there, Mick. Nice to meet you. Alright, so we are heading to the location Silence indicated, which is way over here.
Might need that.
And we'll gather up some more healing along the way. How many skill points am I holding on to? 3? Okay, cool. Do I want heavy damage when health is low? No, we'll get Tinker. I only need 3 more now, and then I've maxed out all of my skills. How's it going, Mick?